to another weekend reading vlog. So here's the agenda for today. I would like to finish a book that I've been reading forever. I think I have about an hour left on the audiobook, drop some books off at the library, and get another video filmed today. If I can do all of those, then I will sit down and just pick a book and try to read as much of it as I can. That's the gist of today. That's the goal of today. Can we make it? I have no idea. Probably, yeah. So, shall we talk about some books? The book that I finished reading while I was on my walk was Magic in Manhattan. It was a compilation of Bras and Broomsticks and Frogs and French Kisses by Sarah Milanowski. And that is about this girl who finds out that her sister is a witch, but she's not. So she kind of tries to convince her sister to help her with her love life and just popularity and things like that, using her magic because she can't do it herself. You know, when I was looking online at the reviews, it's exactly what I expected they would say. The main character is 14 years old. And she very much acts like a 14-year-old, which is to say that she makes not so great decisions. She's all about the popularity. It's her freshman year of high school. She wants to fit in with the right people. She has crushes on two different guys at the same time, and she goes back and forth between the two of them. And everybody seems to be mad that this girl is 14 and acts like it. I don't know, I think it's just silly. Maybe I sound a little hypocritical because there have been times where I'm reading a book and I'm like, this is like way too immature for me, even though it's a YA. But sometimes I feel like the characters act way too immature for their age, but I feel like this main character was just right for a 14-year-old, you know? So that being said, I feel like this skews much more towards younger YA. I think it's a lot of fun. I think there's lots of hijinks that goes on with the characters and their use of magic and questioning whether or not this is a good decision. There's certain things that you read it now and you're like, why would you think that's a good idea? But they're clearly like, yes, this will solve everything. And I know that if I had read it at the time, I would have been like, yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know why that would go wrong, you know? So I kind of wish that I had read these books as a kid as well. I just feel like it would have been a lot of fun, you know? So now that I'm done listening to those, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to be focusing on next. I'm still reading Girls of Storm and Shadow. I am about 70 pages through. Really enjoying it so far. It's just, the thing is, okay, last night I had a dream with Inuyasha. And I know that if I were to pick this up right now, I'd get the urge to read Inuyasha because, you know, this book has demons in it and stuff. And then if I start watching Inuyasha, I'm not going to get any reading done. So maybe this isn't the right choice for me right now. Then on Kindle, I'm reading Wilder Girls. I'm reading this with my friend Ari, who you saw in the last weekend reading vlog. It's a fairly easy read, and the only reason I stopped reading it right before bed last night is that I've been having some very vivid nightmares this week. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw all of the shenanigans. So I don't really want to encourage my brain to give me nightmares about monsters like are in this book. But I'm not sure that it's scary enough to give me nightmares. I don't know. And then of course I'm also reading The Beautiful and the Whisper Man still. I also got these two graphic novels from the library, and I'm gonna be honest, I know nothing about them. I got Spell on Wheels and Blackbird. This one was because I saw this on Twitter and the artwork is just so stunning that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna request that. But I know nothing about it. And then this one, why did I request this? I have no idea. But maybe it'll be good for autumn. Both of these have really, really pretty artwork, and I'm sure that I could read them fairly quickly. My goal is to do what my boyfriend does, which is pick graphic novels based off of the cover and the artwork and all of that, and go into it blind, because it's just more fun to be caught off guard by something you didn't expect to be so great. Or at least I'm hoping it's gonna work out that way for me. I think I'm gonna read one of these now, as though I don't have 3 other books demanding my attention.
Hi, just popping in really quick to say that there is a part in this graphic novel where they're at a party and they stumble upon somebody on an acoustic guitar with a man bun playing Wonderwall, and it's great. And I just had to tell y'all about it.
Hello again. It's a little after midnight and I have read both of these graphic novels, and I have some thoughts. So I'm going to start with Spell on Wheels. This one follows these 3 girls who are practicing witches, and one of their exes breaks into their home and steals a bunch of magical artifacts or just things that they need for their spells. And one thing in particular that's very, very important because it has the ability to turn somebody who's a potential magic user into an actual magic user, basically. And if it gets into the wrong hands, it could be really dangerous. So they go on this like road trip to recover the items, and I loved it. I love that there's a diverse cast. I loved how fun all of the characters were. I think my favorite is probably Jolene over here. And I love that each of the issues that was compiled into this volume over here was like a different story that contributed to the overall story, if that makes any sense. Like a different episode. Like each one was a little episode. It was funny. The artwork was really nice to look at. And I just, at the end of it, I feel like I wanted to be a part of this group. You know, I wanted to be friends with these girls because they were so badass. They're the kind of friends that you know will stand up for you whenever you need them. And those are the kind of friends that I want in my life, you know? So, you know, here's some of the artwork. And then the next book that I finished was Blackbird, which was unfortunately so similar to my experience reading volume 1 of Snot Girl. I loved the artwork for this. It is, I mean, you can tell from the cover, it is absolutely stunning. Seriously, look at that. After seeing really gorgeous pages like this, I was so excited to get into this and really hoped that the story would be able to hold up to the standards I'd already put it to because of the artwork, which may have been so dumb on my part, so dumb. I wish I could even explain this story to you, but basically this girl Nina, after an incident when she was 13, believes that there's magic in the world that she doesn't exactly see, but she knows that it's there, and everybody in her family is like calling her crazy. Everybody calls her crazy baby, but she really feels like magic is real. And then one day, 10 years later, she sees that she was right. I guess that's the best I can do without giving spoilers because the thing that frustrated me so much is Nina, actually, the main character. There were so many instances where Nina is offered a chance for an explanation and she just keeps saying like, shut up, you lied to me about XYZ. It just felt like it all dissolved into unnecessary drama. I hate using that word because it gives a different implication than what I'm going for. But the point is that the relationships between these characters were messy and it got in the way of getting answers for you as a reader. So you think you're finally going to get an answer because Nina says, give me the answer to this. And then the other person will be, I'll explain if you would just give me a chance. And she's just like, shut up, you liar. And it's just so frustrating to read. And also Nina doesn't have like all of her brain cells, you know? The magic system wasn't entirely explained. I'm fine with not having things completely handed to me. You know, I like figuring things out as I go along, but I feel like I had nothing to put together over time. I feel like I was just confused by the end of the story, and I was moreover frustrated because it seemed like there wasn't going to be as much focus on the world building and the magic system as there was going to be on these relationships with these characters. And that's fine if that part had been done better. It's literally like Snot Girl all over again. Why? Why is this happening to me? I have a pin on my bag done by this artist that my best friend got for me, I think last year. And that's where my love will lie, I guess. Also, I'm sorry if I've been going in and out of focus and I can't even tell because I don't have my glasses on. Well, now I'm in focus, but it looks like I have stars on my face. I had these really cute fall plans tomorrow, but it's raining and it's going to be raining all day, so we can't proceed with those plans tomorrow, and we're rearranging them and making new plans instead. So I don't have to get up as early as I thought. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to read some of this until 1 a.m. and then I'm gonna try to catch up on some booktube videos because oh my god, I'm so behind. I'm so sorry if I normally like comment on your videos and you just haven't noticed me around. There's nothing in here, okay? There's nothing in here. Good night.
gotta do that thing that they do in like vacation vlogs. Go. Ichigo.
Over garbage.
Oh yeah, over trash. Hell yeah.
Hello, good morning. So I forgot to film an outro clip, but I was out all day with my friends yesterday. As you could see, I'm standing on my ladder and it hurts. I just have two bookish things to update about. The first is that while I was on my way home last night, my best friend texted me kind of yelling at me, and I was like, what did I do? And then like 20 minutes later, he FaceTimed me crying because he had finished They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Just like I almost just died standing on my ladder. Don't do this. Just so you know, if you have a bunk bed, just get on your bed. You know what? I'm gonna take my own advice so that people don't think I'm a sham. Mostly, anyway. I'm gonna stand in a less dangerous way. Anyway, he finished the book, and I just want to say that I was so nervous about him reading it because if you saw a couple of vlogs ago, he got me Infinity Sun from Comic-Con. I couldn't go because I was quite sick. And while he was waiting in line to get the book signed, he decided to buy They Both Die at the End because it's one of my favorite books, and I guess I never shut up about it to him. But my best friend and I do not have the same reading taste, like at all. And I just knew he was not going to like the writing style. I didn't think he was gonna like the characters. I didn't think he was gonna feel anything. I thought he was gonna think it was predictable, whatever. But he called me and he was just like, God damn you. So I consider that a victory on my side. My next move is to get him to read Evelyn Hugo because I have been dying for him to read it. I know he would love Evelyn Hugo, or at least really, really like it. And I'm due for a reread, so if I could get us to like semi-buddy read that book, that would be great. We'll see how that goes. The next bookish update I have is about The Whisper Man, which I read on my way out yesterday and on my way back home. I'm almost halfway through. It doesn't look it from here, but I am. And I just don't know how I feel because we're getting so many different points of view and they're all told in different tenses, and that really throws me off. On the one hand, I know generally who I'm reading about based on the tense, but also not. It seems like there's some consistency with, you know, one character and then we go to the other character and then we go to the other character and the other character, but it also has been throwing in some other points of views every once in a while, and it's not in the same, you know, consistency as the two that I'm used to. So that keeps throwing me off. And just in general, the style of that takes me out of the story. I feel like it gets the most fast-paced and, you know, heart-pounding when it's in the first-person point of view character. Those were the parts that I was like, wow, this is actually, you know, troubling, this is frightening. And then we would switch and I would lose some of that, you know, and I don't know if it was because of the character, because the tense it was written in, but maybe not. I mean, it's not like third person can't frighten me. I mean, first person just feels more personal and intimate, you know, so you feel like you're really in the character's head, but third person can do that too. I don't know what it is about it, and I don't want to give it like an official DNF because I bought it and, you know, I own this one. It's not like I could just return it to the library. I want to see it through, but not just that, but because I do want to know what's going on. I am interested in finding out what's happening and I want to be scared. I just don't know if I want to be reading this right now. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put it aside like I did for a couple other books this year. If you've read The Whisper Man, because it seems like it's making its rounds through BookTube, especially because of, you know, the spooky season right now, can you let me know what you thought? If it helps, I'm on page 134 right now. So at around this time in the book, what were you thinking? How do you feel about the way that it's written? Does this matter to you? Am I just being a little strange here? Okay, I think I'm going to end it here because I really want to go to the library. So I'm gonna go and then get some blog posts written and then edit this video last second, as always. See you guys next time. Bye.